One time on set, I saw Tiffany grab Piper's face pretty aggressively and made out with her. I think she was trying to teach her how to kiss. And another time, Tiffany showed me her phone, which was filled with porn videos from Pornhub.
We were at Taco Bell one time, at the drive-thru. Hunter was there and another squad member too. She was asked by the operator if she wanted extra sauce, and Tiffany responded by aggressively rubbing her for everyone to see, and loudly exclaiming, "Yes, Daddy, extra sauce please."
I remember one day when we were filming, Tiffany remarked out loud, enough for all of us to hear, that one of the other squad members was small, and that I would never want to have sex with him. Tiffany would also frequently push me. She would also hit me and yank my hair while off set. A kid should never have to go through what she put us through.
One time on location in Las Vegas, Tiffany offered us brownies. We ate them. We started feeling funny and then found out later that they were actually hemp brownies. Tiffany always talked about using around us, and sometimes encouraged us to try them.
I remember one time I asked Tiffany if I could make a thumbnail for my own channel. Tiffany told me that she wanted to kill herself, and when she's laying in a pool of her own blood that I could post her dead body on Instagram.
Tiffany would often say things on set that she thought were jokes, but they stuck with me. Things like her saying that she's the madam of YouTube, or the pimp of YouTube, and that she makes kitty.
I remember the day Tiffany told me that I was sexually underdeveloped and that I had no boobs and that I was so flat. These words are very dangerous things to say to a kid. When we create the thumbnails for the YouTube videos, Tiffany would often tell us to make sexy kissing faces or push our butts out and to suck our stomachs in. I remember her telling us to dress sluttier as well. She would position us herself in more suggestive poses for the camera.
This is my first outfit. I actually really like this outfit. I'm excited to see what these kids say. So I have a serious question for you. Do you like this Fashion Nova outfit? Yes, I like it. Absolutely. It's come on! She looks like she's 10 years old. Tell her to go put on some appropriate clothes.
Nothing that happened, the world ended when it happened to me. I have a feeling you got it.
There's some boys over there. Go ask them. No, we're not doing boys.
Piper, you should ask boys too, like, come on.
No, only girls. Come on.
Piper, that's not fair.
Hey guys! Hey guys! She wants your number. I don't want your number. My name is Tiffany Rockelle, and I want you to rate my outfit right now. I mean, I'm kind of feeling myself, but you might not feel the same.
You are way too young to be wearing those clothes.
Well, yeah, exactly. I like this guy, Sean Creek Lacroix. I like it.
Yeah.
Honestly, I like it. But
thanks.
Dude,
what?
Are you serious?
90% of her skin is showing. I like it. That's an 11 out of 10. That's something I would rush.
Wait, what? Okay.
Do you guys have a little sister?
I do.
You want your little sister to wear this?
Yeah, is that fashion?
Whoa,
Fashion was fun.
Yo, I'm not with it.
Shout out to Fashion Nova.
Hey, that zipper is just really...
I don't even know what to say.
It's ready for action. Look at it. It's just ready for action. It's trying to go to the mall, trying to shop.
Okay, I've heard enough of this. I'm leaving.
I rate it an 8 out of 10. Skirt's a little too short, but I still think it looks nice. How old are you? Should be wearing a definitely longer skirt.
I didn't choose for his outfit. I didn't choose for his outfit.
Small thing that happened, the world ended when it happened to me. When it happened to me.
This?
Alright, I'm here to help Piper pick some people here. And I picked 3 of the biggest YouTubers I can think of. Are you ready for this?
Yes.
And they're kind of older guys. Don't judge Piper about the age thing because, like, she's 10. It's just a game. It's just a game. Don't judge her. So your first one is Jake Paul. Okay? Jake Paul, everyday bro, whatever. Your second one is the other Paul brother, Be a Maverick, Logan Paul. And your last one is David Dobrik.
Okay.
And look at this picture. He's literally holding a bear in this picture.
Okay.
So, like, I'm not encouraging this. This is all you.
Why don't you just
Go
go
ahead.
there? So, out of those 3, I'm gonna have to... Sorry, Jake, but I'm gonna have to diss you. It's not that I don't like you, it's just the other 2 are a lot cooler. Okay, for the kiss, I'm probably gonna kiss David because he's holding a bear. Like, who holds a bear? Like, don't worry, Liza, I'm not gonna be your man. Okay, so the last one you probably get is the Logan that I will marry because he went to my house, he brought me dinner, he threw squishies at me. We're practically already married.
I don't know if anyone else saw that Kidfluencing documentary, but my friend's brother was in it. If you don't know, I actually grew up as a child actor, so I'm gonna tell you something that this documentary kind of made me remember that was crazy. Little story time. There's a group of us. We were like between 11 to 14 years old. Disney Kids, Nickelodeon, that was kind of like my group in LA. I remember growing up, there was always this like one entertainment lawyer, and now some of you guys might have seen stories about him, but he was like in his 30s and he'd always hang out with us. And I remember as a kid always being like, why is this guy with us all the time? Act like one of the people in the, like one of the friends in the friend group. Thinking like, what is the deal with this guy? It always weirded me out. But then when I'd ask my friends, I'm like, why is he always here? They were like, oh, you know, he's gay, like whatever. Like, you know, like no one seemed to think it was weird that this like 30-ish-year-old dude was hanging around us. I remember being at a restaurant and he said something super creepy about like another one of our male friends like having a hard thing, and I was like it startled me, and I remember being like, hey, did you hear that comment? Like that was a little weird, right? No, everyone like made me feel weird for thinking that was weird. Like they're like, he's just funny like that, you know, whatever. Come to find out, he was a total freaking weirdo, and he was like, you know, this entertainment lawyer. That's why I like everyone was like, oh, he's here because he's like, you know, big entertainment person. He would just use it as like a tactic to make people hang out with him, basically like a power tactic. And if you were a child actor or really any actor, this really crazy business where we all love what we do, but it's truly like getting one role is like hitting the lottery. So what happens is because work is so hard to come by, it's a very vulnerable career to be in because any bit of hope you like cling on to. So he would use that to lure in kids, I guess. And I was in this group of kids that I always had red flags on him, okay? But other ones, my friends who are like, I would say pretty big time actors, even now, they were the ones who'd bring him around. So I kind of thought like, okay, maybe I'm missing something. This is so long ago where now I feel like it's more talked about, but at the time it wasn't really. It turns out he was going after like these people that he ended up getting with, young boys. They were not in my direct, like I knew them, but they weren't like, I was never in these situations where he was with them. So I never like saw any of that happening live, but I was not shocked when the news came out. He went to jail, career ruined, goodbye, but he's a total creeper. I'm almost happy that this is being talked about now is like, hey, like there are creepers, whether they're male, female, there are creepers all around. And I just feel like at that time it wasn't talked about. So I know now it seems like how wouldn't they know? But it's like, you have to remember, like social media, we're on now a whole new wave of ways that people can be creepy. But in that time, like I would say that like the Me Too movement only started a few years ago, and that was sort of a newer industry, is like kids in film, really, like, you know, all these kids networks, all these things. It was newer, so we didn't know to look out for stuff. And now, like, I feel like these sort of documentaries are so important to come out and talk about these things because they're bringing awareness to, hey, be on the lookout, this stuff can happen. So that's my little story of how I sort of see how this stuff can fly under the radar. But thankfully with documentaries like this, they bring awareness and we can put a stop to this. Now I am not in acting at all. I actually work in tech, and I started a dating app where every guy has to be endorsed by a woman to join. So now I literally help people avoid creepy people, but it's just so crazy that this stuff is happening. And I'm really thankful for social media, honestly, and like platforms like Netflix and all these things bringing awareness so that people's parents know to be aware of these things happening as kids. So there's my little story and how it relates to Kidfluencing. Crazy. Love you, bye.